Now, you yourself are a Christian.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to church every Sunday?
Yeah, I play the organ every Sunday.
Okay. So you don't drink,
No.
you don't smoke,
Nope.
you don't use profanity.
Nope.
Okay. How does that work when you're around someone like Gucci that's on the exact opposite of what I just talked about?
It's it's funny that the guys I think God done put me around almost the craziest people that he can find, really. Like the people that do the total opposite of what I do. But in that, I think being in that position is what makes me unique, or give other people an example of something to look at, to say, you know what, I do all this, but this guy's not like this, or maybe I can be more like this guy right here. So
Right. I mean, you're talking about someone, like Gucci. The first time I became a Gucci fan, to be honest, was Pills, when I heard Pills.
yeah,
With the Is You Rolling, Bitch I Might Be,
yeah,
which is about taking ecstasy.
yeah,
And that was one of his huge hits.
yeah, it was.
You know what I mean? So you talk about someone who doesn't just talk about selling drugs, he actually talks about doing drugs.
Using drugs, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, uses profanity in all his songs. I assume, I mean, he raps about drinking all the time, so I assume he's a heavy drinker.
Yeah.
So how does that mix in? Like, because you're not just in the studio with him. I assume you go out and party with him and hang out with him and everything else like that too, right?
Well, we go to maybe certain events together. I never been a party. I never partied, and I think that's because I don't drink or smoke. So it's different for me. It's more so work when I go out. It's like I have to be out, or I have to be in tune with what's going on, or let me hear what the music, let me hear what songs is playing. So I never went out and partied.
Do people smoke and drink around you, like in
All
the
the
studio?
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So you're around marijuana smoke then?
All the time.
All the time. I mean, you caught a contact high?
No, I never caught a contact. I never felt like I was high before. Nah.
Okay. But you around it. Have you ever like told people like, hey man, I don't smoke. Would you mind taking it outside or whatever?
Well, yeah, they don't. If they in my environment, no, they can't smoke. They can't smoke around me or in my house or nothing like that. But if I gotta go to the studio where they at, I can't really tell them. They can't. They gotta stop smoking.
Ah, okay. But if they come to your
Oh
studio,
yeah, everybody know when they come to me, it's something totally different.
wait, is your studio at your house?
Yeah, well, my personal studio where Future and Gucci and all the big rappers, they come to my home. They come to my house studio, and they've been like that ever since we started. So it's a different respect, and you'll be surprised how much they brag on that. Like it threw me off so much that Gucci, being the guy that he is, soon as he would introduce me to somebody else that's big or major or meant something to him, he'll brag about me, but he'll brag the fact that I don't drink, smoke, or cuss, or he be in church every Sunday. So that was kind of weird to me, but it meant something to me.
I don't really hear that too often in hip hop. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe Christian hip hop groups,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
not traditional hip hop groups.
I know.
I'm trying to think if I know anybody who doesn't drink or smoke in hip hop. I can't think of a single person.
And I know people are watching because I was just in the studio with Future and Future and Scooter and everybody that was, that's under free bands, and Future stopped everything he said just to be like, man, Zaytoven is a dude, boy, that then came in and did it his own way. This man don't do nothing. This man don't even use profanity, but he come and do the music and made it big as he wanted to be in his game without doing everything that everybody else do. So that alone, that alone let me know that people are watching me, and could be trying to follow some of the things I do.
You'd want to not do that. I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you understand that health wise and so
Exactly.
forth, the drinking and the drugs and the smoking, is not something you should be doing. It's just one of your vices.
Exactly.
So who else in hip hop do you know that's like this?
That I know. Um, I don't know. I can't say that right now. I don't think I know anybody.
All the artists you've ever worked with, rappers, singers. Well, let's just stick with rap because I know singing is a slightly different animal.
Yeah, singing is
But,
different. Rappers,
let's just say rappers. Of all the rappers you've ever known, been in the studio with, everyone has been drinking and smoking and using profanity. Well,
yeah,
profanity, you know something? Let me take profanity out of the equation.
Yeah,
Because,
take profanity out.
At the end of the day,
that's
profanity
you can't.
becomes part of the art form.
Yeah,
and, I'm going
exactly.
to take that out. But
Yeah.
let's just say drinking and smoking. Akon, okay, Akon, I know for a fact does not drink and smoke.
Okay, and I haven't really worked with him really, but I can believe that it's guys that even if it's guys now that even were smoking that say like I'm trying to quit smoking. I'm trying to quit drinking. So. But I can't really name one right now that doesn't do either. But you gotta think these guys come from different places. Maybe their parents did it or the people they're around, and they grow up different. So I never look at them or judge them in any type of way. It just I came from something different, so I do something different.
I mean, do people ever talk to you about how they can change and ask for your advice and guidance and stuff like that?
Well, I don't think they haven't really came to me and asked me about that, but they always say they admire that about me, and then they're like, man, I wanna be like you, or you know what I mean, or I invite them to church. A lot of times I tell them that's one of the reasons why I don't do a lot of the things I do, that they do.
Okay, like what rappers have you gone to church with?
Well, they might come to my church. Gucci has came to my church a long time ago.
Hold on. So, what was the reaction when you showed up to church with Gucci?
Well, I didn't show up with him. I was already there. He just came in, kind of towards the end of the service.
Okay, and what was the reaction when Gucci showed up?
It wasn't nothing. It wasn't nothing spectacular. It's like he came and showed up. At this time, he wasn't the big Gucci man that that he is now. But it's like he came to church. It's like your homeboy came to see you at church, or he showed up at church. Guys do that now. They might come and like, let me come visit your church, and they'll show up. They might not come back the next Sunday, or they might come a month down the road, but they just come and to show up.
Okay. Any other rappers that you could say showed up to your church?
Not at my church. I seen Rocco at another church where I had to play at before. Who else? I seen in church. Walker, I seen him at church before at another church.
Okay, Waka Flocka goes to church.
I don't know. I don't know if they go, every week or every Sunday, but I've seen them in church before.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I know his mom, so I can see how his mom would, have a hand in that.
Yeah.
Definitely has a strong mother figure in his life.
Yeah.
I FaceTimed him. He FaceTimed me, we talked it out. I had a grudge, he had a grudge, we killed it, put it in the middle of the flow. It's over with now. So we working.
Bow wow.
Do I have to go through this? I'm gonna plead the fifth. See, here's what happens. You have to understand, this is like player failure. Player failure is when you call out people and then other people get afraid you might call them out.